know why I'm walking, this, holding this rock.
Happy anniversary.
Yeah, there's no, you look at the what they call the charts, and it shows you like space classifications. So you know you can't just fly around where you want to. There's like they classify the airspace in from A to G, and certain kinds of aircraft, and there's certain, I won't complicate it, but basically you stay within the classifications that you stay out the way of the jets, essentially, is what you do. You don't fly anywhere near the jet planes, otherwise that would be big trouble. But yeah, you just look on the charts anywhere. Like I've got access to all the charts, and anywhere in Europe, and you can just see where you can fly. Weather's an important factor as well. Oh my god, you little scumbag. Weather's an important factor as well. Now, you're not singing anymore, are you, pal? You know what? I might have a barbecue with you. Just to annoy you. Hey, Northern Alex, how you doing? But if you wanted to fly when I get my license, Chris, I can fly over there, pick you up and go somewhere. That could be fun. If it's something you fancy. It's not for everybody. I need to build. Oh, I don't want to build that. I want to build campfire. Apparently I don't have any wood around here. Oh yes I do. Kindling. How does landing work? If you're to Scotland, for example, would you land and do you need to be trained on the process? No, so, I mean, you plan your flight before you go, you know, because you've got to look at, like the plane I fly has about a 4-hour flight endurance, so you can't fly anywhere more than 4 hours without refueling. And quite frankly, after 4 hours, you're going to want to stop for a break anyway. There's no toilets up there, you know, so you're going to want to stop for a break. So if you're going to fly to Scotland, you perhaps either do it in like maybe one leg, or you plan it in 2 legs. And then when you get there, you probably stay overnight maybe, and then fly somewhere else. Fly all around. I mean, crikey, the West Highlands would be an amazing place to fly if the weather is fine. I don't think Mrs. Squirrel, it's not really her thing, I don't think. So, I don't think I'll be flying with... My daughter definitely wants to come. She's like, oh my god, I can't wait.
Oh, gross.
Oh, gross. Right, you've got no status effect. Can't stand the sound very long, so let's chop up some stuff. I want to check these boats out as well in the morning. Where could you land? No, you can actually land at a mainstream airport. Like, I could fly to Stansted and land, but they set their landing fees very high because they don't want small aircraft going in there. Not really. Whereas Southend is pretty cheap. Norwich isn't so bad. There's certain airfield, you couldn't go to Heathrow because you need to be flying instrument conditions and things like that. But in Scotland and England, there's loads of small airfields you can go to. They just charge you a landing fee. So you phone them up and say, like, I'm coming in, blah, blah, blah. And they say, yeah, well, landing fees are £20 or whatever it is. You get there, sign in logbook, pay your fee. Usually they'll have like a little place you can get some food and drink. That's how it works. Yeah, some major airports except GA. Not all of them. Box. Really game. hate the way this thing... Like, when you're holding something, you can't put it in the box. It's so stupid. Yeah, totally. You can refuel. Exactly. So you just need to give them a call to make sure that they can refuel you and stuff. Well, no, not airfields will refuel you. Some don't have the facility. Some of them are just like little grass strips and they don't even have a cafe, you know, but then they're not going to charge you for landing fees either. Thought we had more of that. Are you serious? Honestly, the inventory system is... If this was my game, I'd change it. It's just like stuff in your backpack and this thing in your hand and this thing in your hand. Like, you can't put it in the backpack, and then when you have an item, if you got more than one of them, you put one in the box, and then it says, oh, you're full now, then it immediately switches to the rest of them, but then you can't then put more in the box, you have to switch to something else, and then you can put that in the box. It's like, ah! Oh, thanks, Chris. Something I always wanted to do, you know? Finally got around to doing it. You can't do the mid-air refuels. Oh my god. That would be insanity source. Judgment Epoch. I know nothing about Judgment Epoch. Tell me, what even is it? I know nothing about it. Is this game on console? Can't explain it. What's considered a high landing fee? Well, for a little plane, like say 45, 50 pounds, that's pretty high. If you land at my airfield, they'll charge you, I think it's 10 or 12 pounds, and if you're a member, they charge you 7 or something like that. Rimworld with demons. Ah. Right. So it's single player then. Roguelike colony builder with XCOM combat. You start with a couple of dudes, build a hut, make a farm, level up dudes, research tech, and go on missions away from your base. Think Rimworld with XCOM combat. A post-apocalyptic world. Blimey. I know you love your Rimworld. I didn't spend enough time with it, you know? Because it is deep. I realised how deep it was, and I was like, ah! Still do that. Is it like, does it have the music like Rimworld does? Because there's one thing Rimworld does well, it's that music. Oh, it's a lot simpler. Yeah, Rimworld got insanely complex. You see that? You see how it just immediately switched to that thing? So then if I want to put that in there somewhere else, I have to switch this. Just daft. We are not going to be able to carry all this. Not by a long shot. I wonder if I could just extend my raft a little bit. Maybe one of these ships has got something I can... Something buoyant I can use. You like the squad-based component when you send your guys out helping and scavenging. Don't split the palm fronds, you're losing inventory slots. Oh, well, you mean that Yeah, you're only losing a part of a slot, though. Because you can either put 4 palm fronds in there, or 1 stack, can't you? So you're not losing a huge amount. I'm not going to survive the night, I need water. I wonder if we can get away with coconut without getting the squids. I don't know what its limit is. How many coconuts can you eat before you get diarrhea? Okay, that'll keep us going. Did we bring the flashlight? I can't remember. Take the tank. Why did I not bring the light? That's so dumb. How did I forget that? I think we can live without the rock. See if there's anything on top of the boat. Kind of weak graphics, but it's really fun. Is it still in early access then? Maybe they'll make that better later. Oh, come on, game. Tires, perfect.
Ay, 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 ay.
Wish you could throw. Come on, roll. That's the most buoyant... I'm not being funny, but that would not happen in real life. That tire would not be floating like that. Okay. JK, would you ever consider having a contest to allow your fans to go flying, assuming they get to where you fly from? Assuming they can get... Oh, I see what you mean. I think I'd rather not do that. I don't fancy the idea of going in a plane with a random person that I've never met before. You know, because there's a lot to do, and if they do something stupid, they could kill you both, you know? So I think I'd skip that one. Scrap metal. Ooh. Do you know what? I was thinking to myself, we can't actually build this thing because we don't have the hammer with us. And then lo and behold, the hammer appears. Grab that. Well, emergency opportunity of engine failure and you're not near a strip. So I've been doing a lot on that. That's a big part of the course is, you know, engine failure and what they call forced landings and that kind of thing. And it is actually part of the test. So the instructor will kill the throttle and then you have to deal with it. So there's a procedure that you go through, but basically you look around to find where you can land. And usually it's going to be a field. Now, if you fly over water, that's a different story. First of all, when you fly over water, you need to wear your life jacket in case you need to ditch. And if you do have to land on water, you want to try and find a ship. If you can see a ship, you go towards it, because if you land near it, he's going to see you landing in the water and get you help. And then you land parallel to the waves, so that you don't, you know. And then you get out. But as you're going down, you're making all your radio calls, so people know where you are. Well, you don't land in front of the ship, so you're going to get hit by it, obviously. Need to come back here because we've got a lot of stuff. Hey. Difference of Mayday versus Pan Pan. What do you mean? Mayday is a distress call. Pan Pan is an urgent call. So the first one takes priority because your life is in imminent danger, basically. The test, you actually have to land without thrust, or do you go through the motions but end up not landing? What they do is they kill the throttle and see what you do, and you have to talk through what you're doing. So you'll be like, first thing you're gonna do is pitch down to get your speed. You're gonna go for like 75 knots, which is like the best glide speed for the plane I fly, and then you're gonna immediately start looking around to find where you're gonna land. You're going to be looking for a field, and then the idea is you basically aim for the middle of the field. Ideally, you want to look at the wind, because you want to land into wind if possible, so that's the kind of setup phase. What you would then do if it was for real is you would start making your emergency calls, your mayday calls, saying where you are, where you're going down, blah, 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 and then you're aiming for the middle of the field, and as you get towards the middle of the field, you're confident you're going to make it. You'd then lower the flaps because you want to land at the start of the field, and your flaps will increase the drag, so you land at the start of the field, and then you've got the whole field to sort of slow down in. What will actually happen on the test, though, is when you get down to about 500 feet, he'll just say, right, that's fine, and you just punch the throttle and climb. He wants to see you go through the setup, not panic and know what to do, but if it was for real, you're going to make that landing, and before you go down, you're going to switch off all the fuel and electrical systems just before you touch down, so that you don't have a fire. Now, on board, there's always a first aid kit and a fire extinguisher, so if there is a fire, you can put it out. But on the tests, it's like go through the motions and make sure you can deal with it. Pan Pan is if you have significant issue and need time to sort it out. Yeah, think of the word pan as panic, yeah? It means we have a serious situation, but it's not yet life-threatening, whereas Mayday is I have an emergency and life is at risk. I know I've got a hammer. Well,
Happy anniversary.
it can be stressful, Chris. The thing is, like, because you've been doing it on your course and because you've practiced it many times, and they don't put you on the test unless they know that you've already practiced this and you will know how to deal with it. So by the time you get to your actual test, you know, obviously you're going to be nervous, but you should really know what you're doing by then. Otherwise, they would not put you on that test. World of Banners, 42 months. GG for all the streams. Keep up the good work and content. Thank you very much, dude. Hope you're well, Mike. If you don't have a fire, how do you roast marshmallows? Was there anything on the other side of this island? What time is it? That'll be sunrise shortly. Oh, a pig. Trouble with a pig is it takes like 3 spears to kill him. Oh. Dude. Do you really want to end up as my breakfast like your friend? Do you? Ah! You're asking for it, pal. Well, apparently I can't hit anything. Scumbag. You're next. Oh. Don't want to mess with that guy. Well, Chris, people are already working on the electric plane. There's already a company that's made one. And it's just an incredible piece of technology. Obviously the problem is endurance, but it's super cheap to buy and super cheap to run. And if they can ever make it like, the endurance, it will just be incredible. It's a game changer. It's so quiet. When you sort of get in and they crank the there's a YouTube video of it. When they throttle it up, it just sounds like somebody's turned the fan on in your room. You're like, that's all you get. It's just bizarre. I need to find water. Oh dear. Got any yuck around here? I think we may have to eat a ration. Right, we're going to have to head back and sleep. So what can we make? Actually, let me skin the crab before that fire dissipates. Tessa, you floor and hear a quiet whine sound before you know it. You're 17 and 5 seconds. I so want to ride in your Tesla, Chris. I so want to ride in it. I want to experience that. Like, I've seen it. But I want to experience it. Did you have like a charge point fitted? Take that. Because somebody I know has got a Nissan Leaf, I think it is. And they just take it down to Nissan and plug it in. You got your own charger. £4 for 250 miles. This is insane. £4 for 250 miles. That's the dream, that is. Wait a sec, we've got some corrugated we can stack into here. Log we can't stack. That's an extra ration from somewhere. I have no idea where we got that from. Charge at the Tesla showroom or hundreds of chargers around the UK for free. That's brilliant, that is. Do you have to get it, like, serviced? I imagine it's not like a traditional car at all. Yeah, I knew we had a plank somewhere. Right, let me just check the base building. So, vehicles. 2 tires and some lashing. We can make a raft base. We can do that. We have some lashing. Somewhere. This is where the game gets all stupid. Totally forgot to do that. Why is the game being stupid again? They service it on your driveway. Brakes barely work due to magnetic braking. When you slow down, just feels power into the battery. You use your brake pads if you slam your foot down. Nice. I bet you've not really got any depreciation to deal with either, do you? Because it's probably holding its value. Oh, why won't that build? What is wrong with this? Wait, it did it then. What the? I just keep clicking it until eventually it builds it, because the game's stupid. Oh man, we're not travelling in this. That's not good timing. You know, you could easily die from things like this. One of your door handles broke. They have an app on the phone, so Tesla know my number. When I rang them, they knew my name and location. The problem was before I told them. They had a guy fix up my drive the next morning. That's insane, that is. That's how it should be. I mean, I'm really impressed with Mercedes-Benz customer services, but Tesla's probably taking it to the next level. Let's see. Wooden wrap floor, that'll do. Now we've got a truck. we've built a truck, guys, look. Oh man. So that's to the southeast. I'm still thinking that's the home. Southwest. Yeah, the game's moved on a little bit, Alex, definitely. Oh, I did bring a torch. Not going out on that. Yeah, we're getting low on water again. It's the heat. Let's get out of here. Put something in that. Rob Jensen, thank you for the host, Rob. You can't regret to pass it out. You're free tomorrow morning. Get postcode for it. It's just. That's the dream customer service. That is. Definitely want to ride at some point, Chris. You give me a ride in your Tesla, I'll give you a ride in my plane. How does that sound? We'll see which one can go faster. Right, I've got space for... Actually, I've got some space in here, haven't I? Let's see. Can't really carry the tyre. Let's put the hammer in there. Right, we just need this storm to disappear. And then we're good to go. And I think we're going there. If I get this wrong, we're gonna die. Seriously, just go away already? I've never been out in the storm, but I imagine it's pretty bad. Bips of water, but we're running out of daylight. Oh no, it's morning, it's fine. It's not worth chopping anything down, really. Unless we want to bake a shelter. Actually, there's a fruit on here, wasn't there? I'm sure I saw a bit of fruit. There it is. Glitched. Yeah, see you later, Chris. Have a good one. It's not worth building a water distiller on the island because unless you keep it full of palm frond, it just sits there, and they're quite expensive to build. Look at this trucking. Oh, this is awesome. This will give us a bit more forward stability. When we build it wider, we'll get that kind of lateral stability. Welcome back, JJ. Ah, the calm after the storm. If it's not this one, then it would have to be that one, but I think it's this one. I need to build like a home that's so big you can see it. Like, that's our island. I can tell by that massive building. There's not much of a wind now. Not found, Wilson. Bit of a rare find, Wilson. Oh yeah, Vash, if you have to sail down and you fall off your raft, no way you getting that back. A lighthouse. Yeah, you'd have to build like a tower. Build a tower and put a lantern on the top. Oh, that'd be so good actually. Because the lantern you can see from quite a distance. Auto Arena. This is our island. It's redrawing it. If it's redrawing it, it's because there's stuff on it. Guessing we're on the other side. No, don't you start. We just had a storm. So now I'm beginning to think this is not our island. Oh, it is. It is. Blimey. I almost turned away. Quite funky that, I like it. Oh, so nice to get a drink. Is this game online? No, it's single player. Essential bot can go over here. Although we'll need to take that out. check the plants. Ooh! Pippy. Got 2 Pippy. That means we could make... How do you do this again? Consumables antidote. There you go. We could make an antidote, guys. All we need is that. And there it is. Our very first ever antidote. That could save our life. Now we can play with sea urchins safely. Only takes like 2 days to make one of those things. Not really sure what that's for. What does it say in the consumable thing about that? Aloe plant makes aloe salve. Aloe plant would be a useful thing to grow. Shark repellent. Oh wow, look at that. A shark repellent requires an antidote. And a lionfish. A splint implies you can break your leg. That doesn't sound great. Now a bandage is something I've not made. And that's probably something that I should make. Because if you start bleeding... Get bit by a shark and you start bleeding, you're going to die pretty quick, right? Fibrous leaves. So easy to miss those. Northern Alex, have a good one, sir. Cloth. I just made a fire torch. Oh my god. Oh my god. We just used a cloth to make a fire torch. Because the way the menu works. I accidentally moved the mouse and then let go and it just went, oh, you want a fire torch? Great. Cloth. Bandage. Thank you.
Ai, 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 ai.
Put the bandage in there. Actually, you know what? I'm going to have this box over here. And we're going to put this in there. Bandage and antidotes, and then we're going to label it first aid. Mr. Refrick, did you hear about the guy jumping on stage and stealing the mic from the Great Britain Act and yelled something in the microphone? When I watched it back, he clearly said, Squirrel on Twitch, playing Stranded Deep, this game is amazing. And that is why you didn't want us to watch the Eurovision. True story, bro. You know, I have a first aid box. Wow, game. Just wow. Do you even physics, bro? Do you know what? I've not actually tried that. I'm going to try it now. Well, hang on. We need to prepare it. We'll leave Wilson under there for now. Wait, I just labelled that and now it says empty coconut drink. Wilson, okay. Wilson, there we go. Wait, what? Wilson? Yes, it's called Wilson. No, it's not called Wilson. Got conned. Oh, I need to check the, There's a torch gone. Can't see it. There it is. Need to check the, fish trap. Hold E to collect item medium fish. I think it was slightly bugged there. You collect a medium fish, but then it says hold E to do the same thing, but it actually dismantles it. So this is what we got. A medium fish labelled as a small fish. I see how this works.
Oh, it's disgusting.
Hold E to get medium fish.